There was some good and some bad. I think we ran about 85 or 90 plays, and we got some good work. Some of the young guys did some good. Jerry Howard really ran the ball hard. He's a load. He played like I thought. Quarterback play was spotty. I thought, it didn't unfold at all like I thought it might going in. So we're no closer there than I thought we were.
I guess you were disappointed with Matthews.
Well, he didn't play much. I think he got his shoulder dinged, right at first and went out. He could have come back in, but there was no use putting him in.
What were you thinking?
Do what?
You said it didn't unfold the way you thought it would. What were you expecting?
Oh, it's just between me, myself, and I, how I thought it might unfold.
How about some of the guys like Stickler? How did they do today?
We'll have to watch and see with the offensive line. I mean, it's hard, but I think he I didn't notice him much, so that's a good thing usually on the offensive line. So hopefully when we watch the tape, he will have played well.
Jay and Lucas and Taquan, what did you see from each?
Well, they all had scoring drives. They all moved the ball. And, it's like I said, Jay's a big play waiting to happen. It's for somebody. But he did a better job taking care of the ball today. I don't think there was a turnover. I don't believe.
Do you feel, I'm sorry.
So, and he made some nice plays. Lucas had a really long run, and Taquan had some nice plays. So they all made some nice plays. We didn't throw the ball very well.
You've talked about Lucas kind of needing confidence, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Are you seeing that from him?
Well, sometimes not. He's got to get a lot more confident, get a lot more mature.
Are the passing issues more comfort?
It's a combination. It's a combination. It was drops and protection, and we dropped a lot of balls.
Anybody at the defensive tackle position make a move to move up into the rotation?
It's hard to tell in there until you watch the tape.
Would you want to have your starter named by the end of camp for quarterback, or is it?
We'd want to have it named by the first game.
Were
Our guys, they'll know who the quarterback is. I don't know that we'll tell the other team who the quarterback is.
In terms of injuries, did you hold some guys back today just for safety's sake?
Now, we had a lot of guys out. We've been bumped up. We probably had 15 guys out.
Is that concerning at this point, or just typical?
That's fairly typical. I mean, it might be a little more than normal, but I think there's two guys maybe that could be questionable for the first game. Everybody else should be back out there next week.
Were you able to look at the kicking game?
A little bit. We kicked a couple field goals and extra points. That's it.
Did both Brenton and Sean perform well? Or
Who?
Brent King and Sean, did they another way?
Yeah, Brent's had a little bit of a quad, or not a quad, but a groin problem, so he didn't kick anything but extra points. And, I think they kicked 5 or 6 extra points and maybe a field goal. So.
Diedrich said that both Jerry and Jordan have spent a lot of time working with him and Matt, privately. Are you seeing some of that from them in their –
As far as knowing where to go?
Yeah.
Not really. But like I said, Jerry's a load. He's hard to tackle.
Do you see him becoming the number 2? Is that?
I can see him playing, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Has that been, I guess, a pleasant surprise in camp to have a guy like that?
Maybe. We kind of thought that's what he was. I mean, he was kind of a wrecking ball in high school. I mean, when he goes through there, he gets his pads down, and he is tailor-made for what we do.
I imagine if he can pick up enough of the offense, having him and Diedrich together is a nice compliment to each other, both kind of power guys.
Yeah, that'd be good. And we'll get Cravante back. He's been out, which gives those guys some reps. And Quay did some good things. I mean, he's got to get his pads down. He runs too high, but he did some good things.
Did you see anything from the A-backs? You probably had a chance to test your depth.
They weren't involved a whole lot. We had a couple of drops, and they got some nice blocks on some long runs.
Can you see any freshmen, like true freshmen, being in the 2 deep on defense?
Yeah, maybe.
How did Bruce Jordan Swindle look to you?
I didn't notice him.
How's he been doing overall?
I think he's learning. For those guys, it's a learning process.
In terms of, I guess, other guys, defensive line, maybe like guys like Antoine Owens, or can those guys come in and help?
Well, you hope. I mean, that's why you recruited them, and we'll watch the thing today and we'll have a better idea. You don't just go off today. You also go off the practices, all week. And we've got a couple of those guys in mind that we think may be able to help. A couple of those freshmen up there, we'll just see.
Is there like a special number of special teams you'd want to see to get a guy?
Not really. I mean, if they're playing on all the special teams, we'll let them play.
And in terms of, I guess, do you give a talk to, obviously this next week is the most important week of camp in terms of guys being able to set themselves up to be in the depth chart?
Well, next week is still a little bit about us, and we'll start to gauge more into Tennessee, and then at the end of next week, it'll be all Tennessee.
I guess that's when you'd like to see the sense of urgency.
Well, by then, we'll probably you have to have the depth set because you have scout teams.
Yeah.
So the guys who you aren't planning on playing are running scout team.
Anything else? With the quarterback, let's go back to that,
Mhm.
this coming week, like, to try to determine.
Just
what
keep
to do.
practicing, see who's the best.
Coach, off topic, I know today's fan day, you've done this a lot. Is there something off the wall some fan is going to come up and ask you about?
I don't know. There's probably been a few things, but it's interesting, and sometimes it's fun to meet a lot of our fans. I mean, we got some interesting fans like everybody does, and during the run of the time down there, you get a chance to meet them and interact, and it's always fun.